All right. Green. Microphone line is moving. Looks like we're online.
All right. Where's the microphone?
Microphone is in the camera.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Hey everybody. Bezat here alongside,
Risa.
and we are streaming live, not from our usual location, but from another location. But that's okay. But bear in mind, some quality differences may appear, but hopefully the stream goes smooth as usual. I hope everybody is having a good end to their week, good end to their year.
Today, today is the last day of the year already.
Yeah.
Maybe for some of you, it's the second to last day.
Yeah, it depends where you are. It's New Year's Eve day, and we're out here by the Japanese seaside, enjoying the sea. Enjoying the sea.
From inside.
From inside. The seaside from inside. So, hope everyone's having a good one. We'll let the room populate here for a minute. We'll talk about all kinds of, denim happenings that are happening right now. Let's say hello to everybody. We've got Victor Vaughn. Hello. Brainstar, welcome. Good to see you again. If it's Ian's, we are live. Victor Vaughn, good evening. Wanted to say I was able to purchase a brand new pair of MIJ7s, 17-ounce Yahan Midnight Selvage at Stewart's London today, on sale and in my size. A great find. Happy New Year to all. Well, I'm glad you got a good deal on them, and enjoy the jeans. A good jean to start the new year off with, I'd say. Will Socks, hello from London, UK. The Catman checking in from just outside Chicago. Well, welcome. Daniel Baskakov, love the spring-summer preview. Here to maybe seeing the JoJo line previewed in the future.
Yeah.
Definitely maybe.
Coming very soon, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely maybe. So that will happen sooner than later, probably. At least in 2023, you'll see some finished jeans for sure.
We've been teasing this for a long time. It's not really teasing because it's not like we have the information, but it's just been a long time coming.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Speaking of previews, for everybody who's watching right now, let's just kick it over to our new. Hold on, what's going on here? We just launched. Check this out on our YouTube channel. The new Spring-Summer 23 preview video. So you can check this out right now. I'm not going to play it all because that's going to be, you guys can watch it on your own time. But Spring-Summer 23 collection preview. You've got everything you need to know about the season, except JoJo. JoJo's not in here.
JoJo was supposed to be fall 22.
Yeah. But you can check out the video, now or after the stream, whenever you guys want to. Check it out.
It is an hour-long video.
And hit the like button when you're there. Just be sure to do that. We got 138 likes on that one. So that's the newest thing we dropped. So the website itself will be updated soon. So we'll have all those products available for you on Tata and Yoko and Naked Famous Denim NYC, nakedfamousdenim.com. Probably within the next 2 weeks, you'll be able to see practically everything on the website. So you'll see some better photos and things like that. So all the new stuff, you're going to be able to see it, and then we will follow up with release dates on that. I know some people are going to message me, hey, when is this coming out? When is that coming out? You'll know as soon as I know. I promise you. So I'm just waiting on some updated production schedules and. Yeah. That said, one of the first releases on the Tate and Yoko side for 2023 will be the MIJ10. But you can. I saw that Blue Owl already put them out today. Let's just go over there. I don't think they got every fit. Blue Owl's got them, so you can check them out there for sure. Denali, they also have them. So if you want to grab them before we put them out, you can do that already. Let me just make sure they're here on the Denali website before I show you what's going on there. Basically, what happened on our end was we started shipping them our shipping guys started shipping them before we kind of had a plan for them, so we didn't have all the stuff ready on the website. Anyways, I can't seem to find it on the.
Maybe you haven't put it on website.
Yeah, that's possible. But if you head over to Blue Owl, you can see that they're available right now on Blue Owl. So MIJ10, they've got a bunch of stuff. They've got MIJ10 in the Easy Guy, and they have it in the Weird Guy. You can see they've already sold out of a bunch of sizes. Not so much on the Easy Guy yet, but at least on the Weird Guy, they sold out of some sizes already. So those are going to go pretty fast. And it looks like they got a good deal here on some fall, winter, Naked Famous stuff. So not a lot of sizes left here, but you can still, if those are your sizes, good opportunity to grab a pair. So wait, let's go back, check out those MIJ10s. This is the Okayama Spirit. This is the original Okayama Spirit fabric that we released. I think it was back in 2011 or 2012. And
at least 10 years old.
At least 10 years old. This is one of the fabrics that really put Naked Famous Denim on the map in terms of like hardcore fabrics. I mean, this spawned an entire series, and we're glad to have this back for the MIJ series now with all the MIJ treatments and details that you'll see. The copper rivets, the Peekaboo Selvage ID right here. That's a great detail.
Two-tone stitching.
Two-tone stitching. Some people don't even notice that. You can see it's got two colors of stitching here. The 100% iron buttons, so it's iron on the top, even iron on the bottom. These are going to rust and age just like the denim will. So that's the beauty of the MIJ series, that even all the hardware will fade and patina like your jeans will too. You got the little diagonal stitch here on the button. Behind, you got, this is the micro busted out seam, so it's really tight and narrow stitch there. Actually, Blue Owl didn't photograph the
hidden rivets.
Yeah, you can see the hidden rivets, but behind here, there's a selvage. Yeah, so an extra little selvage detail there. So a lot of fun details in the MIJ series.
Belt loop.
Oh yeah, raised belt loops.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Sometimes
it's hard to remember it all at once, but the belt loops are folded over an extra time, so they have a little bit more room to fade there. So.
And it's also temperature treated, so that means you wouldn't really have to worry about shrinkage. It is an unsunflourized fabric, but you don't have to worry about the shrinkage as much as you would with regular unsunflourized denim. Right.
So yeah, easy to size right away. So we love the MIJ series for that. Okay, back to the chat. Abel S, hello from France. Bonjour. Bryce75, hello from Birmingham, UK, and Happy New Year for January 1st. Well, thank you. The Catman writes, what does the Kikko fabric feel like? Is it similar to corduroy?
No, I would say it's similar to Sashiko fabric. It's bumpy, but
yeah, it's not like corduroy. Corduroy, has a very consistent pattern. I mean, it's just, vertical lines running back and forth. This one's not like that at all. Like you said, it's more like a sashiko feeling
so the Kikko denim, our denim in spring, summer 23 is rinse washed. So it's very soft. It's very cozy. If you don't like it wouldn't feel like raw denim. If you feel like you want to take a break from like rigid raw denim, I think that's a good fabric.
Yeah, especially for the summer. Okay. Gary Rainey Jr. writes, I need the next MIJ release in my life. Should be out by the end of the month. Yeah, it's tentatively on our map. It's tentatively scheduled for January 20th. Either the 20th or the 27th. We just have to see how much stuff we can catch up on when the office opens up, because the office is closed until the 3rd. They're back. Is it the 3rd or the 4th?
I think 3rd they're back.
Yeah, so they'll be back on the 3rd. So once that happens, we can reevaluate what we need to do, and then we can get that schedule kind of worked out.
Yeah. 20th seems realistic.
Yeah, 20th seems realistic. Sean O'Donnell writes, hello from Ohio. Last time it was -4 Fahrenheit. Now it's 60 Fahrenheit, which is bizarre for this time of year. Well, I'm glad it's getting warmer for you.
That is
enjoy it while you
weird.
can. Yeah. Okay. I'm Zulkar. I can't see your name. Starts with a Z. Starts with a Z. Hello from Singapore. Glad to have you all. Glad to have y'all to listen to this morning while I finish up the last stretch of work before the New Year's. Well, I'm glad we can spend it with you, my friend. Thanks for joining the stream. Chase Franson writes, hello from Vancouver, Canada, checking in from the porcelain throne. All right. Okay. Where were you when the Naked Famous live stream started? Jokes aside, there's a plan. There's a plan for Wonder Looper to come to Tate in Yoko. Is there a plan for Wonder Looper to come to Tate in Yoko? Yes, there is. It's already there.
The T-shirts are there. Sweatshirts will be available online sometime.
Sweats have arrived in the warehouse. It's just they're busy packing and getting ready. All these Boxing Day orders out the door right now. So basically, once things kind of start to get back to normal next week, they'll get the last bit of orders out that came in through this holiday weekend, and then they'll be able to start focusing on getting the latest shipments online, the Wonder Looper sweatshirts, MIJ10 photos, that type of thing. So a lot is going to happen in January. So just stay tuned for that. I know it's very bright, but this is what we're dealing with. It's this morning here. Okay. Okay. A lot of Happy New Year's. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate that. Okay. Gary writes, I love you guys. Thoroughly enjoyed the latest 2023 collection video. Have a happy new year. Thank you. And for those of you joining the stream right now, we have the Spring Summer 2023 collection video up on the YouTube channel right now. So you can, it's a long video. So I appreciate you guys sitting through the whole thing, but
you don't have to. You can skip through.
No. You have to, from start to finish. Get your popcorn. Yeah, no skipping.
Ideally, but if you don't have an hour, just it's time stamped, so you can look at.
Or just hit the 2x button and watch it in 2 times speed.
That's true.
If me speed talking doesn't already entertain you, watching me speed talk at 2x speed is just turbo bass head. Just yeah, that's it.
And I'm finally at regular speed at 2.
Okay. Nick Carpenter, hello from New Jersey, USA. Welcome. Just purchased the MIJ10 from Blue Owl. Excited. Currently wearing the raw cotton slub. Happy New Year. I'm wearing my raw cotton slub right now. Might be hard to see, but love these guys. My indigo invitational pair. Enjoy the MIJ10s. You'll be one of the first people with them. That's for certain. Jacob Mayer writes, I just got my Wonder Looper double heavyweight hoodie in navy today, and it's perfect. Big thanks to Risa for help choosing the color. There you go.
I'm glad you like it.
Risa's been wearing the navy a lot recently. Sacco Janison, hello from Boston. I lost 80 pounds in a matter of 16 months. Congratulations. That's amazing.
Is it a good thing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I'm assuming it's because you chose to and not for a health reason. If it's for a health reason, I hope you get better. But if it's because of your choice, well, good for you. That's great. I want to purchase a pair of denim. I fit comfortably, even loosely in Uniqlo at 35 waist. If the sizing is similar to Uniqlo, our sizing, I wouldn't say anything is similar to anything. Our sizing is our own. What you should do is, if you have a pair of jeans that fit you well, take those measurements and measure them precisely the way that we measure. So if you go on tateinyoko.com, let's go over there right meow. Let me just switch that over to Tate and Yoko. It's actually Tate and Yoko, but a lot of people call it Tate.
You call it Tate.
I call it Tate because everyone calls it Tate. So if you go to our measuring guide, we have a breakdown of what you need to do. This is actually the step that a lot of people kind of screw up the most, is that when you measure your waist, bring the front and the back of the waistband, make them parallel with one another, and then pull it just a little, pull it taut, right? You don't want to pull it like stretch it out like crazy, but you want to make sure that this is as straight as possible. Sometimes people don't do that measurement and they kind of, you know,
because usually when it sits like regular, the front side would like
droop a little bit. Yeah.
So it's not the correct measurement.
Yeah, make sure that's nice and straight. Take that measurement and then go through the rest. You know, we show you from which points we measure. You know, when we say center point of the crotch, we mean right here. You know, that's your front rise. You do your back rise, same thing, center point up. So measure your jeans that you own exactly the way that we do. You know, when you're getting that thigh measurement, how 12 inches from the center point of the crotch down. You know, do this precisely. Measure the jeans that you own, and then compare those measurements to the measurement guide on the website. So if
on Tatenyoko. Even if you're purchasing from another retailer who doesn't have a measurement guide, you can refer to our measurement guide on Tatenyoko, because every single item we measure them separately. And you know, with different fabrics, sometimes it comes out smaller or larger. You want to look at the exact item you want to purchase and look at the measurements there.
Yeah. So I mean, other like, we'll just go to Blue Off, for example. You know, they may do theirs a little bit differently than we do ours. You know, they show their waist like this, but they actually mention that you should, you know, measure right at the start. I think they mentioned something about pulling it tight. You know, pull those denim waist lined tight, right? Maybe the photo doesn't show it as tight as we do, but you know, a lot of us measure in similar ways, but you know, there are some times ways that people do things a little bit differently. So, you know, their thigh measurement's 13 inches down, for example. So when you're doing your online shopping, when you're going from one website to another, make sure that you follow the steps that they've laid out. That way you can assure yourself that you're measuring it the way that they're measuring it, so that your measurements are in line with the way that they do it. So yeah, that's my best advice. Some folks assume waist, they just measure the waist, or they measure their own waist. Don't do that. Measure the product.
And also, if the jeans you're measuring has a lot of stretch in it, take that into account too.
Yeah.
If it's, you know, 2% stretch isn't the same as 10% stretch.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're coming from a very stretchy jean, just be aware of that, because that waist measurement might be the measurement, but when it goes on your body, it stretches out. Especially like, you know, very jegging kind of material. So some folks kind of get that one messed up a little bit. I had a customer the other day with, they were comparing against basically a jegging jean, and they're like, oh, why are these so tight? You know, the waist measurement's the same. Like, yeah, but the jean you got's an elastic. You know, you're comparing from something that's like, you know, basically a rubber band to like left-hand twill, 100% cotton. Like, those don't have the same give. They'll stretch over time, but they don't have that elastic, you know, feel right off the bat. So if you have any more questions about sizing, obviously you can ask us here, or you can send us a message on the website. We're always happy to help you out. Okay. Let's see. A bunch of questions came through. Okay. Ricardo Bonner writes, Happy New Year from Illinois. Spring summer lineup looks crazy. Got my eye on a few pairs. Well, thanks for watching the video. It's been a popular video. Just dropped it yesterday, so it's been making the rounds. If you haven't watched it, check it out after the live stream, or whatever. I'm not chaining you here. Okay. Good Bedford writes, also we need to make the Easy Guy with longer inseams. Please, 33.5 is currently the longest. 33.5 is long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes we have 34.
Yeah, sometimes. But, like, we're not going to exceed that. That's just not going to happen. It used to be 32.5. Also, keep in mind that the Easy Guy, the crotch is a little bit longer than...
The rise is higher, so you can wear it. Like, it initially, not that we're going to tell you how to wear jeans, but initially what we pictured was that you wear it a little bit, you know, like a...
Lower on your hips.
Yeah, or like maybe the same place on your hip as you would wear Weird Guy, but the crotch would not be right up against your own crotch. Like it would just be slightly lower, so that inseam, that shorter inseam doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah. But, so imagine the jeans that you're wearing right now. They fit you great wherever they're sitting. But imagine the crotch was 2 inches lower. Right? That's basically what the Easy Guy was. So there was a lot of extra room in the crotch. We call it a drop crotch. But if the jeans you're wearing right now, if the crotch was 2 inches lower, that would technically make your inseam 2 inches lower. But those jeans still fit you, don't they? So this was something I tried to explain, but people just kept looking at that 32.5-inch number and were like, these are too short, these are too short, these are too short. And I'm like, they're not too short. If you're wearing like a Weird Guy, if you're wearing a Weird Guy, 33.5, 34, these are going to fit you just fine. Anyways, I couldn't seem to explain that one, so we just made it longer. So now it's longer. So it's longer now. So 33.5-inch inseam is plenty long for most people. If you're really tall, like if you're really, really tall, then sure, it may not be the right inseam for you, but probably you'd have the same issue with all of our jeans. Some folks, if you want a double or triple cuff, maybe not, but the vast majority of guys, their inseams fall between 30 and 32. Real inseam.
Yeah. And then because Easy Guy is a tapered silhouette jeans, if we make the inseam longer for, very small number of people, then it will mess up the fit for the rest of the people. So that's why we can't. There's a good balance between what, like, we want to accommodate everybody, but in reality, that's not realistic. That's not something we can do. So in order to accommodate the most amount of people, we landed on the current inseam.
Yeah, like Terry, I think he's like 6'2". He's wearing our jeans, no problem. I don't think he has to hem them at all.
Vince is tall.
Vince is really tall. He doesn't have any hemming issues. He wears the Easy Guy.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, everybody has different.
Different inseams.
Yeah, but
we've had a bunch of like generally tall guys, and once I have them on, usually I don't have any issues. If you're over 6'4",
and very long legs,
very long legs. That's sometimes where you get into. I think our peak without even at 6'4", you could probably get like a small cuff, but over 6'4" is kind of where we run into the jeans. Maybe just hitting you right without having room to cuff or anything like that. If you're 6'5", 6'6", you're a tall guy. You probably have the same issues around the board. But then you're 6'6". I mean,
yeah.
You
might have a harder time looking for pants, but you can.
But you're taller than everyone, so you win. You can dunk. If you're 6'6", you should be able to. You can dunk, right? I think so.
I have no idea.
I've never been 6'6", so I don't know. Okay. Nick Carpenter writes, "Cannot wait for the Dusty Rose, my favorite of the 2023 collection. Can you comment a little on why no salvage for this one?" The fabric was a little bit pricey to begin with, and to make it salvage, I think it would have drove the price up even more. And I think that most folks who are going to get into those are probably more into it for the color than they are for the salvage.
But the fabric itself has like some character. It's not like a really super generic wide width, like super basic denim. It's lightweight. It's not like particularly slubby or anything, but it does have a character, which I really like.
Nice softness to it as well. It's a very, very nice denim. But yeah, sometimes you have to balance it out a little bit, and I think that
making it salvage at a higher price point would have alienated more people than attracted.
Yeah, I think so. So, we like to make as much salvage as possible, but we also within the mainline Naked and Famous line, I kind of just want to stay in the realm of certain price point. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's just scroll down. Jameson Keating writes, I'm 6'4" with long legs, no cuff on me, but I love my trunks Easy Guys, perfect for showing off boots and high tops. Speaking of which, that trunks Easy Guy was probably a 32.5-inch inseam. So that just goes to show that inseam measurement was a little deceptive on the Easy Guy because of the drop crotch design of the fit. But yeah, I mean, look, I get it. You know, numbers are numbers. You know, we're a lot of what we do is like follow the measurement guide, but maybe more. Well, there's that, but sometimes it's like follow the measurement guide asterisk. Also consider the fit. Yeah, maybe not even an asterisk. Also consider the fit. Okay. Invis Ian's writes, love the new video previews. Thank you. Any update on the Black Groovy Guy? I don't know. I know I put in my production order with my production staff, but yeah, it hasn't come out yet. I mean, look, hopefully it'll be ready for this. I'm gonna say hopefully Q1, Q2. That's all I'm gonna say. That's my default answer right now. There's a lot of, as you guys know, this past season, there's been a few challenges with production, so getting things out in a speedy time. Been a little bit difficult, but they'll be out eventually. James and Keating writes, I would also be interested in a Black Groovy Guy. I think I will also grab a pair. I really want that. Okay. I'm going to answer a Wonder Looper question, but for Wonder Looper questions, you can message us on Instagram or on the Wonder Looper YouTube channel videos. Wonder Looper question: how are the sizing for the very small men/women sizes? I'm gonna refer to measurement guide.
I mean, we do make down to extra small, and extra small would be like, I don't want to say this because people might have different perception, but like relatively average North American sizing men's extra small is our extra small. So I'm wearing extra small. It's a hoodie, so like it might be a little big on me sometimes, but it's just like it's
it's a hoodie.
It's a hoodie.
It's not a suit. But yeah, we with Wonder Looper, it's more scaled to the North American sizing. So yeah, we've actually had quite a bit of interest even in larger sizing because I think that there's not a lot of options.
I think our best-selling size might be double XL.
Yeah, XL, double XL. Yeah, because there's generally not a lot of like Japan-made stuff in that category that fits that size. So yeah, I think we nailed it for sizing. Okay, Vance writes, since I'm here every single stream, you don't have to address me as Vance. You can address me as Vance from now on instead of Vance Edwards. You got it, Vance. You're Vance.
Yeah, and you're also the only Vance.
You're also Bob Vance. Vance Refrigeration. Jay Corsa, true guy for spring, summer.
Yes. That we can say.
That I can say pretty confidently. So, pretty confidently. If it doesn't, you can give me a slap on the wrist. Carl writes, Carl. Everyone knows Carl. Carl writes, welcome, Carl. Thanks for joining the stream. It's always glad when Carl. It's always glad. It always makes me happy when I see Carl's name pop up in the stream. Bezed is one of the kindest and most gentle human beings I've ever known. Genuine. I can't read. I'm also gentle. Seriously, man, you're a great dude, and I hope this new year is the best yet. You know what? Same to you, Carl. You've always been kind and gentle and genuine. Yeah, just a wonderful person. I have to say that like, within, I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. But like, all of the, folks from YouTube that I've met so far that they've chatted with, it's so amazing how quickly we kind of just click with one another, right? Yeah, I don't know what it is, but there must just be something the way our brains work, and it's like, oh, like you're a dude who likes denim and boots and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
cool. We're automatic friends. We're just friends like that. So I'm always grateful to know all the people that I've met, especially Carl. And we've never met in person, but hopefully 2023 will change that. But yeah, if you guys, I'm sure most of you know Carl by now, but he runs a great YouTube channel, and you should all subscribe. I'm just trying to think, because sometimes I go through the YouTube analytics and it's like, your subscribers also subscribe to these people, and it's like Carl's like number one. I'm like, so I'm saying like, oh, you guys should all go subscribe. Like, I'm sure you already all are. But yeah, definitely check them out. Okay, Pretty How Race. Listening to the new release by New Jeans while wearing my new jeans. Maybe a collaboration in the future with the group New Jeans. I didn't know there was a group called
New Jeans.
That's a good name.
That's a good name.
What kind of music are they?
Yeah,
I would imagine like rock and roll kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Jeans?
Indie alternative rock and roll group.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Sounds like a.
Oh, girl group.
It's a girl group.
Is it this one?
It's
like a Korean
girl
pop idol group.
It's not gonna happen, my friend. But yeah, I'm just thinking like,
so
New York dive bar,
Yeah, no, I was too, but you're so off.
Very off.
I was too.
Yeah, if it was called The New Jeans, we're the New Jeans, and they just wear tight jeans and cool t-shirts and have long hair. Austin Fletcher, Carl and Naked Famous crossover episode. We've done a live stream back in the Instagram live stream days together, but it's been a while. We should definitely do it. We can make it happen. Invis Ian's writes K-pop. Yeah. Maybe not. Devin Hurt, Frontier Salvage is going to be my spring. Devin writes, Frontier Salvage is going to be my spring salvage. Also, those kimonos hit hard. Maybe keep the production error. Oh yeah, we made them inside out on the on the sample. No, it's not going to remain that way unless somebody screws up again. It's possible. It's definitely possible, but I don't think we're going to keep that. I'm not. If it comes out in error, it's because it came out in error and not by design this time. They should have corrected it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The kimono shirts and short coats too.
Yeah.
I think we're screwed up.
There's some short coats there as well. But yeah, the spring collection is going to hit pretty good, pretty hard.
Yeah, New Frontier.
Yeah, that's one of our best sellers.
It was like on the wholesale side. It was we were expecting it to do well. Obviously, we wanted to keep it in the collection, but like it just blew up, and that kind of. I don't know. We're a raw denim brand, and the only rinse washed denim was the best selling. Yeah,
I think that was our best style for wholesale. Our retail partners really gravitated towards that one. I mean, lightweight, unsanforized, rinse washed. So I mean, to them, I think they love the texture, they love the look, and the fact that it was an unsanforized denim that you didn't have to worry about the shrinkage anymore. I think that really attracted them. So.
But it's it's a combination of everything, the color, the texture, the weight, it all is pretty like on point, I think.
Yeah. So New Frontier, Nick Carpenter writes, Blue Jay 2023 looks interesting. Yeah, that's the follow-up to the main line. Very similar. But yeah, another workwear kind of repro style fabric coming your way. There's a lot of great fabrics there. The Midnight Slub Stretch Selvage, I love that one because it looks almost black. It's so dark, and just once that starts fading and those like really electric like blues start to show up against that black background, it's going to look so contrasty. It's going to be very beautiful. So a lot to look forward to for spring summer 2023. We'll probably start launching some videos in mid-January. MIJ10 will be one of the first releases. Chinese New Year's coming up as well, so watch out for that. Obviously, you guys know. You guys know. You guys are all subscribed. I don't need to tell you to subscribe. Oh, and I definitely don't need to tell you to like this video right now. I don't need to tell you guys to hit that like button because you guys have already hit that like button, and so you know. Maybe tell a friend to hit the like button, but you guys are on. I already know that you guys are so wonderful. Okay. Also, last week we had the caption, the comment contest. So we had our winners. Already respond to them and sent out the gift cards for that. But thank you for everybody for leaving a comment in the comment section after the video. I was shocked with how many people left comments.
Yeah,
I usually respond to everything, and then most comments, most of our videos, maybe they'll get like 10, 20 comments or something like that, and I can respond to them. We got like 150 comments on that one. I'm like, I can't respond to all of these.
Right. I mean, it was a very good prize, I would have to say.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, but if you left a comment, I appreciate it. I read every single one of those comments. It's nice to know, number one, that you guys, are genuine fans. Everyone had the answer for Snowy. Everyone knew it, which was great. I really appreciate it. Snowy and even Caterpie. So everybody knew, and then just to hear your feedback on terms of like what you like, what were your favorites, even stuff that wasn't a 2022 release. You're like, well, I know it's not a 2022 release, but these are my favorites. So just letting me know that type of stuff, just letting me know which jeans that you enjoy. Really, really appreciate it, and thank you everybody who took part and left a comment there. So thank you very much. Vitaly writes, by the way, thanks for the card. Vitaly was one of our winners there, so there you go. Vance writes, you read mine. I read all the comments. I practically read all the chats too. I may not answer every single question, but I try to skim through everything. So yeah. Nick Carpenter writes, Kakishibu is on my list. Might need to save up though. LOL. Will it be Naked and Famous exclusive? Did you say January release? The Kakishibu, the MIJ 11.
Yeah, I mean, it might not be in January.
Yeah, it's also not a Tate and Yoko exclusive. I think Blue Owl. It'll be at a few retailers, less than 10. There's not a lot of these jeans available in general, but yeah.
But it is a very, obviously it's expensive especially for our, brand, but it's very hard to get. I think you only have few opportunities to get something like that in your life. So if you like it.
Yeah, natural hand-dyed Kakishibu denim, don't see that coming up very often. That's a very rare jean.
Very often. There's only a certain amount we can produce.
Yeah. So yeah, they're gonna be expensive. We'll preempt you with that one. You could buy one of those, or you could buy like 4 of something else. So.
But it's the value is there.
Yeah.
It's not like we're making up this kind of price out of nowhere.
Yeah,
it's backed up, and it's actually probably a better deal because we're probably making less money on this.
We for that, and even the Tokushima hand dyed natural indigo, generally when the price gets up, we just cut our margins down. Because we want you to have when we did the 32 ounce. That was probably one of the lowest margin jeans we ever sold. We just cut out most of the profit, and we're like, well, we just want you to have these. So it wasn't really. I mean, how many jeans of those can we realistically sell? We're not going to make 5,000 pairs of those. But yeah. Anyways, certain things. I know it's the Naked Famous. Mantra, we want to keep prices as affordable as possible, but to be real, the hand dye stuff, it is as affordable as it gets for that kind of thing. That's just, there's no way around it. Yeah, it's if you want the A1 Wagyu super top of the line 1%
I think
steak.
A5.
A5, whichever one is the highest, I don't know. It just, at some point, it just costs what it costs.
Yeah.
And like, it might be expensive in general, but there might be a place that has it a little bit better priced than somewhere else. I don't know. Anyways, you guys understand. Okay. Xano Child M writes, just made it on. Welcome, welcome. I watched half of the spring release. Plenty of fabrics to love. I need to save up a bit. Nice job, guys. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed the video. Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff. Anyways, if you guys haven't had a chance to watch that video yet, go and check it out when you can. It's a long video, I know, but hit that 2x button if you need to, or just skip around like Risa suggested earlier. I suggest you watch it from start to finish. No breaks.
I suggested it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I suggested it, but no. Okay, watch the whole thing.
Yeah, there you go. Correct. Pretty Hot writes, I always misunderstood color like black indigo meant layer of black fades to layer of indigo underneath. I know better now, but have you all explored that? One color fading to another, fading to white. Well, we've done like the Yahan style, like the MIJ7 is, it looks black, but it's indigo. So it's indigo dyed with a little bit of black on top.
Black, yeah.
So that will fade from black to indigo to white. So we have done that. There is also the royal black selvage, which is on Tate and Yoko right now. I'll show you guys that jean. It's a very, very nice jean. Hold on, let me just set her up. This is a really neat denim because it's a resin coated denim, and let's check it out here. So we have the royal black denim. It's a non-selvage, so you can see here non-selvage, but what's neat about it is you can see just how black this denim is, and you see it's a white weft. That's because this isn't, well, it is a black denim, but it's actually an indigo denim with a black resin coating on top. So you have this really nice matte finish, and when it fades, you'll start to see the blue underneath, and then the blue will start to show fading as well, and then it'll become, it'll fade to white, like a classic denim. So it's a really, really cool jean. If you remember our Sumi ink coated denim, this is very, very similar in that respect. We do have a new Sumi denim that we're working on, but this is kind of like a carryover until we get to the new Sumi, and this is 11 ounces, so it's a little bit of a lighter weight denim, so it'll be nice to wear, in the warmer temperature. So this is available right now, $153 retail, so great price point for resin coated if you want, an interesting kind of fading denim option. So that's available now. All right. Vance writes, I really want the natural seed denim. I think the natural seed is going to be a very, very popular one. We have the all natural organic cotton.
Yeah,
selvage.
natural seed is
currently a product.
It's a stretch denim, and all natural organic cotton is the new one for spring summer 23, and that one is 100% cotton, 13 ounce, 14 ounce, 13 I think. 14.
Yeah.
Ounce and selvage.
Yeah, that one's gonna be popular. We showed it off in last week's live stream. It's in the spring summer videos. You can check that out when you can. Natural denim. It's not just a summer thing. Obviously, it's nice to wear them in the summer. I've been wearing mine all fall. It's a great all year round jean, especially at 14 ounces. That'll carry you no problem. The lighter color helps it be easier to wear in the spring summer. But the 14 ounces make it durable enough that you can wear it in the fall winter as well. So it's just a great jean, a great color, natural denim to interchange with your denim outfits. It really fits in with absolutely everything. And I'm sure some people might be a little bit hesitant. Some guys we're very kind of stuck in our ways. We wear blue jeans, maybe I'll wear black, but beyond that, that's what I wear. Colorful things, or things that even sometimes people feel weird wearing like a duck canvas because they're like, well, this is kind of like this orangey brown. I never wear this. This is weird. It takes a little bit of time to get used to that, but I think once you can wear a duck canvas comfortably, then I think, you get into a green army green or like a natural seed, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes guys are afraid of that. Like I'm sure, maybe.
I would imagine like army green would be easier than natural colors. I would say.
Yeah, well, the natural I think is a jump.
Yeah,
but I think once you've got the confidence that like I'm not just a blue jean or like a black jean guy, I can start exploring different color options. Once you've put on like a pair of like brownish orange duck, I think you're ready for the rest of it.
But also natural colors are kind of popular. It's not like nobody is wearing it. I think enough people out there are wearing it now that you don't have to be so afraid.
Yeah. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Do colored jeans? Are you comfortable with that? I'm sure many of you are, but if you're not comfortable with it, let us know. What is it about it that that you're hesitant about? Let's talk about it. Okay. Brian writes, glad to see solid representation of lightweight denim in the collection. I live in Florida, so it's nice to have an option for swampy summer days. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we've just been doing so well. Like people have been responding so well to our lightweight options, so we're just kind of adding to it.
Yeah. We'll keep them coming. You know it. You know it. Okay. What do we got here? I made a bet with my friend's family that I won't buy any clothing in 2023. Wow. You need to release that MIJ Kakishibu right now, please. Good luck.
Any clothing for 2023? You did just shoes.
I did just shoes.
I'm impressed that you actually. Today's the last day of the year.
Today's the last day of the year.
You have not bought any shoes.
No, but there's a long list of shoes that
you want. But you kept your promise, which is very, very impressive.
Yeah, I just bought watches this year.
Yeah, but any clothing? That's a higher bar. I think.
That's a pretty high bar. Yeah. But anyways, do you know what I mean?
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Let us know what happens a year from now.
Okay, Christopher Nguyen writes, are there any plans for pomegranate dye or super heavyweight over 32 ounce? No plans for a pomegranate dye at the moment. We did one many, many years ago, but it's been a while since we've done that. Above 32 ounce.
I mean, we're still working on 40.
We're still working on 40. I'm not going to give you any detail on that at all. I know better than that. And then also above 32 ounce, maybe. There's
a possibility.
There's a possibility. Yeah, I'm going to tease this. I'm just going to say that there's a possibility of an in between.
Yeah.
Not more than 32, but not 40. In between.
There's a possibility.
There's a possibility.
But again,
it is just in possibility realm right now. It is not even in nothing and beyond that. So that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say about that. I'm not gonna give any guarantees on that one. There's no guarantee on that one. But yeah. Okay. Let's see. Television Blitz writes, the hard soft denim is really interesting concept. I really want to see how it will wear in. It made me curious of how often cotton staple length factors into your denim creation. It made me curious, how often does cotton staple length factor into your denim creation process?
It's pretty often.
Yeah, pretty often.
We consider that. It's a very big part of our I don't know. Criteria.
Yeah, absolutely. We constantly consider the cotton. Some fabrics are more like the hard and soft are more like that's the heart of the story.
Or like when we did Supima elephant, like that was the big concept of that.
Or like fox fiber. Or things like that. Like there's a lot of times where it's very much a consideration. Like right now, where I'm trying to do the the Mexican Day of the Dead denim, and I want to use Mexican cotton. So like right now, it's a matter of sourcing the cotton for that. Yeah.
But like staple length wise, I mean, it does change the feel of the denim. So it is a very big part of it. Obviously, other things, can change the feel of the denim, but like the staple length definitely has a big impact.
Yeah. So, yeah, staple length, even yarn spinning. Yeah. Whether it's slubby or tightly woven or
Tightly spun.
Tightly spun. Still early.
It's almost 10.
It's almost 10. Okay. I'm just trying to sort through. There's some conversations going on. I'm just trying to see which one is the good. Brian writes, if you need any help making spaghetti sauce dyed jeans, hit me up. I do shirts too. I do pizza oil all the time.
Oh yeah.
I know that feeling, my friend. I know that feeling. Any idea for the hot weather denim with removable? Okay. Pretty Hal writes, an idea for the hot weather denim with removable pant legs by zipper so you can turn them into shorts. No, I think generally speaking, I think once you're over the age of 16, the idea of transformable clothing is less
appealing.
Less appealing.
I just
if you want shorts, get shorts.
Or you should have both in your wardrobe, and you choose at the beginning of the day, and you stick to it. Yeah. You don't need an option to change it in the middle of the day.
Yeah. It's not.
Or change it, or just carry your shorts in your backpack and change it into shorts.
I remember when I was a kid, I had cargo pants that did that.
Yeah, and that was pretty big. Yeah. And I like the idea. Yeah. I actually own a pair of like the Tokyo 2020 Olympic goods that that is a pants that turned into a shorts. I think it was meant for like volunteers who worked at that Olympic, and those people might.
It was definitely hot.
Yeah, might needed that feature, but it just I just don't think of anybody.
Perhaps if it's a performance item or an item for anyways.
It's more sporty things, maybe technical things. For jeans, I don't think it's.
I don't think so, Tim. It's a home improvement reference.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, you don't get it. It's okay. Somebody out there gets it. Let me know if you get it. All right.
But you're thinking good ideas.
Yeah.
Throw some ideas.
I don't think so, Tim. I'd say that's a good line. Anyways. Man, who remembers that show?
You do.
I do, clearly. Chris Nguyen writes, I remember owning cargos like that. The 90s were fun for clothes. The 90s were, they were fun for the time, Clearly, even now, whenever I see, 90s inspiration stuff, some of it, I just find it, one thing that I find the most interesting about this current, I don't know, maybe it's the last couple of years wave of fashion is I feel like there's no more stigma with brands anymore. Like that brand is for like that kind of person and that brand is for that kind of person. Like, I see like, I remember, sorry for you Oaks, I'm not saying sorry for you Oakley wearers out there, but like I just remember a time when like Oakley's had a certain association with like a kind of guy. Like it's like
the Oakley sunglasses.
Yeah. Oakley sunglasses were like, oh, you're like, a bro-y kind of macho, sporty guy, and you wear Oakleys, or you might wear Oakleys on the back of your head, but like it was like it was a guy. There was clearly, and like other maybe fashionable people, and I'm not saying that. I'm just whatever. They might steer clear of certain products, certain brands, because they're like, oh well, those kind of people wear, so I'm not gonna wear it, right? Mm-hmm. But now I see like there's obviously a lot of like ironic wear going on, and like sometimes I'm like, you're wearing the stuff that like maybe the people who I would have classified as, the fashionable people of like a generation ago probably wouldn't have touched, right? They'd be like, no, that's not cool. Like,
Yeah, it's not the same as before. Like those stigma didn't stay. Like I wouldn't even call it stigma, but like those like association didn't necessarily stay the same way. But I do think that there's still certain brands are considered to be popular among these kind of people, and then
But like, not that I think Ed Hardy are. Ed Hardy, Von Dutch, like there was a lot of like those like tattoo kind of T-shirts. Like they don't have the same like. I mean, I don't know. Like I haven't seen people wearing those a lot. Like they were, in the 2010s, early 2010s, the late 2000s. But every now and then I'll see like some guy on like a street snap video in New York, and it's like wearing like a Ed Hardy T-shirt and like jeans with giant stitching and crystal belts, and like they're dressed like that guy, like 2000s era UFC fan guy, and like they're not that person. They're very maybe trendy in a way, and it's like you're clearly. I don't know. Is this irony? Like, is this about being ironic? Is this a throwback outfit? I'm not really sure what's happening here.
Yeah, or they just like it. They just
Do they like the? Anyways.
Because if you don't, like for some people who are paying attention back then to like get into that is like feels like it's either irony or like trying to get into that group. But maybe for people who just didn't wasn't aware of that entire culture, they might just be like, oh, this is crazy,
is fun.
This is fun.
Right. Yeah, there was a culture around it, definitely. Yeah, the affliction, true religion. I had a lot of friends who wore that stuff.
It was big.
It was very big.
It's not
very
like
big.
it is now.
Yeah. That's it. What do you guys think? I think brands that still do have associations, particularly amongst right-wingers, it feels like Pit Vipers, sunglasses, and the Proud Boys wearing a specific Fred Perry shirt ruins them for others. Pit Vipers? Oh, yeah, I guess there are some. I mean, like, I guess if you're wearing certain like uniforms of whatever group, I guess so. There are certain things like that. I feel like, anyway, I don't want to get to the deepness of that conversation, but I think there's that aspect of it for sure. But then I just think about like there was like I guess wearing like the loud T-shirts versus like that was seen as like that's it was very bro-y, right? And the fashion guys wouldn't be near bro-y. They would be like, whether or not they appreciate it or like the art or whatever, they would just be like, no, like that's what if you like going to do those whatever you like sports and that kind of stuff, clubs and
yeah. I mean,
that was your outfit and that was your uniform, and I don't touch that uniform. But
like,
now I feel like the uniform doesn't even apply anymore. When we were kids, I'm sure many of you guys too. Like when you were in school, like what you wore almost certainly represented like the music that you liked, right? And it was like that was a representation. And if you wore something kind of like outside of your like musical appeal, poser, this and that, like, or you just wouldn't even do it, right? Like it just felt weird. But now like you can dress any way you want, and it doesn't mean anything.
I wouldn't say it doesn't mean anything. I think that the same amount of like what you wear is a representation of what you like are into, like in terms of like it's not necessarily so obvious like there was a uniform for each group, But now I feel like, you can go outside of that uniform, but you still have an attitude. Like if you wear an Ed Hardy t-shirt in the way that like a fashion people wear Ed Hardy t-shirt, you would be that guy who wears, you know what I mean? Like you're not necessarily in that group. You just stay in this group, but that's almost as much weight to what you wear.
Right. I guess you're seen as like the fashionable, ironic, whatever it is, maybe throwback. So it's not that style.
there's like no meaning to what you wear.
The meaning has changed a little bit.
Yeah. It's not as obvious.
Yeah. But like, I'll see people like if grunge is in, not, it's kind of different because when we were growing up and it wasn't that grunge was in, it was the time, right? And so if people are, as time always progresses, like there's a different, here's a trendy, comeback style, right? And so, you can have like a full-on grunge outfit, flannel top, ripped jeans, a band t-shirt, and like the person doesn't even know a song.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the amount of Metallica t-shirts I see, and I'm like, sometimes I like asking people, I'm like, oh, what's your favorite Metallica song? And they're like, I just like the t-shirt.
Yeah, you don't want to be don't be that old guy.
I try not to. I'm like, oh, because I mean, look, to be fair, like I don't care, but I just do sometimes kind of find it funny. Like I'm like, I don't know if I would, because there's still that bit in me where I'm like, I don't know if I would wear a band t-shirt for a band I don't know or like. Yeah. Like I don't know, like it just. Look, it's good for the band. You get those merch sales. Go for it, right? And, if you like the t-shirt, you like the t-shirt. I'm not going to knock you for that, but it just seems a little off. Just from my generation. That's a old man Bezad thought.
It certainly is.
Okay. Vitaly writes, to a degree, I agree. Certain pieces of clothing transcended their original audience. Perfecto jackets, for example. Have they? How is a perfecto jacket?
Was it more like?
I suppose it was for the military.
Oh.
And now civilians wear it.
Oh.
But I guess that's almost all military, and I guess workwear is kind of like that in general. Like I mean, a lot of us don't work.
Well, we work.
We don't work the way that the clothing was designed
not mining
for.
gold.
Yeah, we're not mining gold, right? Yeah. I guess that's true. We're all a little bit like that in that sense.
Yeah. And like somebody like mentioned earlier, like New Balance sneakers being like not cool, and then like now all the cool kids are wearing it, and like for example, that probably was like a very functional shoes. Like like it's good. It was more meant for like people who didn't care what it looked like. It was more for functionality. And now like people who don't care what the functionality is, just wearing it. Right. So I guess it does change.
Yeah, the Raven. Something I always found strange was people who buy and wear t-shirts that only have the brand name in bold letters.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you want to?
I mean, we know why. And to be fair, I worked at a department store where we sold them and they sold well.
To be fair, like, thing that says Gucci or whatever, like, I understand. That's a status thing. Like, you want to show off. But, like, people do that with, like, I don't know, like,
mid-level brands.
Yeah.
It just seems odd. Yeah.
That I don't understand.
Like, just buy it with a blank. Like, I understand the, like, oh, this luxury brand on my chest. Right. I get it. And I'm like,
exactly.
I think it's kind of tacky, but
I get it, what you're doing.
Do you. Yeah. Whatever you like, you wear it, you enjoy it. And I will just judge you quietly from wherever I'm sitting.
But yeah, if you were just like wearing t-shirts from, I don't want to like offend anybody, but like, just like not a status kind of brand.
Yeah.
And not even have like the cool factor brand.
Yeah. Seems a little odd.
Yeah.
Just get the blank one. Or, if they have just like a little insignia, okay, that's fine. It's not a big deal. But yeah, seems a little off. The last concert I listened to was Handel's Road Lena. Not my usual thing though. One though, one thing the one before was Gong Hippie Rock. Sorry, I don't understand anything I read there. Okay. Uh, um, uh, Orlog writes, people should wear what they want, but in an authentic way, to be true to yourself and respectful / understand the historical meaning behind what you wear. Sure, I mean they should, but I can certainly understand that it'll take time for people to get there, right? Look, I've made all kinds of terrible purchases in my life that clothes that I thought were cool, and then they ended up maybe we all have that. It takes time for sure. So like I can certainly forgive people for making. Not forgive. I'm not even really judging them. I'm just making observations. Yeah. So anyways, I just the way that the fashion changes and the way that I notice things happening, I just find it to be a little interesting, or a lot interesting, and I like talking about it with you guys, but and see what your perspectives might be on these things. Orlog, when branding is done in an artistic way, like Naked Famous, it's cool. Well, I mean, we keep our branding very minimum. I mean, it's just on the leather patch, and even that, it's a lot of people ask like, when are you guys going to do a full color patch? And I'm like, do we have one available on? No, I don't think on the leather customization. Like we did it once, like 2010, like early. Like we haven't done a full color patch since, and we try to keep it pretty minimal. Brandon will never make a graphic T-shirt. Right. The most graphic T-shirt we ever did was a Selvage Foundation T-shirt we did for last year's Indigo Invitational, but like, it didn't say Naked and Famous on it. You know.
And on MIJ we did the maple leaf, which I really like because it does represent like Canada, but also like in a Japan way. It wasn't. It's not like the maple leaf. Yeah, not the Canadian maple leaf. Canadian flag. It's just it's a nice embroidery. Yeah. So things like that is nice. Yeah. Vitaly writes, come on, when we were kids, each one of us had a T-shirt or other piece of clothing with a giant brand logo on. Oh yeah, absolutely. We all did it, right? But to some degree, I mean, I think, when we did it with like the Calvin Klein T-shirt, or like, last week I talked about the Club Monaco T-shirt or like sweatshirt that was really big in my school. Like, I guess part of it is like, this is the trend, this is the group, you want to be in the the Nike swoosh, the Adidas, like those were really big. I mean, they still are. Yeah. I had this like a Gap Kids T-shirt that I really loved that had sparkly. And it's just those things like I was there, and I wouldn't wear that again, but like like the fact that it was. The brand name didn't bother me. Just I liked it that it was like whatever design it was. Right. But yeah, I think what we're talking about is mostly like the non-iconic kind of mid brands that like I'm like, why did you make a graphic look? Like, maybe they're trying to be more to get to that iconic status. I don't know. Anyway, sometimes I'm just thinking like, seems like an odd choice. For a graphic, but they did for a brand graphic T-shirt. For us to see it, I guess that's true. Yeah. So somebody bought it. Good for you. But like the same thing goes. Like sometimes I'll just see like some odd novelty T-shirt with like just the worst graphic and the worst like slogan T-shirts. Sometimes I'm just like I get them. I understand it sometimes, but sometimes I'm like I think the T-shirt would sell better if it was just blue. If you didn't put that on there. Like, what's an example? I don't know. Sometimes you'll be at an airport and they have like some really crappy like, I guess there's the Las Vegas T-shirt or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe a good example is you go to Las Vegas and you go to one of those T-shirt shops, and 90% of the T-shirts that are in there, I'm like, I know why they're in here. Like, 3 T-shirts for $19. I'm like, you know how you sell them for more than that? Just make a T-shirt that somebody wants and just have it black. And maybe if you
maybe write Las Vegas this big on it, right? Like,
no, but I mean, they're for a reason.
Yeah.
Some people really like that
Hmm.
about those
Yeah.
print T-shirts.
Yeah.
You know, Las Vegas or like city names or whatever. That's one thing. But when like in these souvenir shops, they always have like these like weird like
Yeah.
jokey T-shirt. It's like, why is every souvenir shop have that?
Yeah.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff where I'm like, that would have been better with nothing on it.
Of course,
Yeah.
but that's your
Definitely my opinion.
taste.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
taste. Okay. Main Outfit 1 writes, any thoughts on making basic, same color, Naked Famous pocket tees? At one point, I remember it was a conversation.
No, we actually made a sample. We started selling them like to wholesale customers, and I don't think we ever.
Yeah, we never
actually
did the
made it.
production.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure where we are with that, but it might happen. Certainly might happen. Y'all not rocking the Kirkland Originals
I
box
actually
logo
want
tees?
this one.
Yeah. I think that's
That-
more of
that was
a
the ironic
that's a
one.
more ironic one.
Yeah. And I also want to support Kirkland
Yeah.
signature.
Yeah. You know me and Kirkland. I'm a big fan. Christopher Nguyen writes, unless I'm getting paid for making or marketing for a brand I want to support, I'm not wearing a logo. Unless I'm getting paid for marketing or a brand I want to support, I'm not wearing a logo. Yeah, that's the way I feel about it too. I just yeah.
But I would imagine that's the same to everybody, and that like those people who wear the brands that we don't really understand why they're wearing the logo T-shirt for, maybe they want to support that brand. So I mean,
Yeah.
maybe. I'm sure there's some reason behind it.
It's gotta be.
Whether it's
But sometimes it's just
intended or not.
I guess we're just talking about the rando brand giant logo tees. Weird. Sometimes it's a weird choice. Okay. 40-ounce denim T-shirt when? Never. Never.
It can't be a T-shirt if it's made of denim.
Yeah. I grew up on my Echo Unlimited T-shirts from Ross Discount Store. Echo. Yeah.
Oh, Echo, yeah.
In Canada, we had a knockoff brand of Echo called Exco. I forget what Echo's logo was. The rhino, right? I think it was the rhino.
Oh, I was picturing like the tree mark. Is that not Echo?
No, what was the tree one? Was that LRG?
Oh, really?
Yeah, Exco, EXCO, had like a bulldog, and it was basically just a super knockoff of Echo. And that was popular in my area.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, tree is LRG. Yeah. What about Roots branded hoodies? The Catman. Yeah, Roots is a Canadian staple, right?
Is it like Canadian Gap?
Yeah, basically. I would say that. Like, to Americans, what the Gap is for a logo sweatshirt, Roots is the same thing. Roots really did a good job of branding themselves as the Canadian, sweatshirt kind of, we're a Canadian apparel brand. So there's a lot of, obviously, Canadiana.
They don't make it in Canada, do they?
I don't think much of it is made in Canada. I mean, that's kind of the unfortunate part of a lot of big Canadian brands don't make in Canada. At least they don't make much in Canada. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure about Roots, but I'm fairly certain that it's not. But if it is made in Canada, good for them. Good for them. Okay. So Sad True Guy is still quite a long way to be released. Yap Bang writes. I agree.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that long. It'll be next year.
It'll be next year.
Next year could be tomorrow or 365
That's true.
from now.
That's true. Okay. Vans really blasted off here in California and shows no sign of slowing down anytime soon. I think Vans is blasted off for forever now. When have they? They've been big.
Maybe they've been like, I mean, they were big, and then maybe they slowed down and they came back to California recently. I don't know. I feel like California would be the place for brands, that kind of brands. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember Vans like when the pop punk thing was very big.
Yeah, there were times where everybody, like non-skaters, started wearing Vans.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit less so nowadays.
Maybe. Yeah. I've actually owned one pair of Vans, and I never wore them. I probably put them on once or twice. I'm like, I don't feel comfortable. I don't like the way my foot looks in a Vans.
Oh.
Yeah.
But they are very comfortable. I have to give them that. That like the sole is very, I don't know.
Yeah.
To me, it's very comfortable.
I've never. Yeah, I had it. I had a brown pair, and they would come out of the box whenever I was like, okay, let's try these on today, and look at myself, and my foot.
Slip on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my foot looks weird.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't
just
like the look of slip ons. Also.
So I never got into them.
Yeah.
Advance writes, the real question is, what are you two getting up to tonight to bring in the new year? You're looking at it. We're here to enjoy the new year by the ocean.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of food.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Japanese
drinks.
style. Yeah.
Yeah. Staying in.
Yeah. Also, I see Vans all the time out and about. They're super popular and actually pretty good for skating. Well, there you go. They're certainly designed for skating.
Yeah. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
But I think it's good for walking too.
Yeah.
Not like walking, but like walking around.
I've really never skated in my life. Yeah, I've been on. I remember one time I was at a trade show and some friends, and they brought they had a skateboard. I'm like, can I try that?
Wait, so when you were at a trade show, it was the first time you ever?
As an adult, when I was a kid, I'm sure I tried it, but I was more of a BMX kid. I rode a bike, basically I didn't know how to really get moving on the skateboard, so they grabbed me by both my arms and they just dragged me on it. And I'm like, oh, this is fun. This is the way to go.
I once got into skateboarding when I was in high school, and I would just with my friend, we would go to a park and just try to practice because she just started too, and we would in the beginning we would just go there to the park. And then, on the way back, maybe grab a coffee or whatever. Eventually, it became just to go there and stay in the park for 20 minutes.
And go to get the coffee.
The coffee part just got longer and longer.
Yeah,
it's very difficult. I think for me, it's the fear of if I fall, 100% know it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
It's not like.
Yeah. In high school, I tried to get into rollerblading, and a buddy of mine,
rollerblading sounds fun.
A buddy of mine was really good at it. He could do all the tricks and everything. And he's so he gave me. Oh, he was gonna sell me a pair. I guess he bought some crazy new pair. He's like, oh, you can have these. It's a really, really good pair. And I got on. I'm like, this is just skating, right? And he's like, yeah, if you can skate, you can rollerblade. I'm like, yeah, if you can skate, you can physically rollerblade. But
ice skating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we'd be in the back of the parking lot of the mall, and he's showing me some stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm getting around. And then one day after school, I'm like, all right, let's take these home. And so I'm skating. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I start going downhill.
Oh no.
And it was a pretty steep hill. And I'm like, okay, I'm fine. And I'm like, okay, at the end of the hill is the road, and there's cars going. And I'm midway down, I'm trying to slow down. I'm like, I am not slowing down. And I'm like, okay, it's either it's time to die, or
just have a very painful fall.
There's a fall right there. Aim for the mud, and I made the right choice. I aimed for that mud real hard, and I was just skidded down. I'm just okay, well, that was the end of my rollerblading career. I wrapped him right back up. I said, you know what, buddy? These are not for me.
My end of skateboarding was also like falling like really hard face down on like a curb. When I tried to get on the curb, and that was it.
Yeah, Salsa writes, going down your first big hill is so exciting. I certainly never forgot it. I took the nastiest spill of my life in that dive. I was like, okay, it's death time. I'm not gonna die today. And anyways, I also remember one time when rollerblading. I know this is definitely denim related topics, but I went to the park to try, and so I'm like skating around in like this empty tennis court, and some guy who was also a rollerblader saw me, came into where I was, and he was like, I was clearly a teenager. He was clearly an older guy, like he must have been in his 30s or something. Knew what he was doing, came in and started like circling around the tennis court where I was doing tricks, and just like skating around me doing tricks, and then
making fun of.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And then he like skated off, and I'm like,
that's him.
I'm like, what a jerk. I'm like, wow, what an a-hole. And I never forgot that either. So I only have bad memories with rollerblading, and good riddance to rollerblading, I'll say. Nope, yeah. Nobody rollerblades anymore.
I don't know. I never really got into it. I don't think I ever, I mean, I don't know. I probably tried once when I was a kid, but I don't know. It sounds like fun. I want to get it. Maybe ice skating is better though.
Ice skating is definitely better. Ice skating is 1,000 times better than rollerblading. Sorry to all you rollerbladers out there, but that's
it's not so huge anymore.
It was huge for like 12 minutes, and then it just died. Yeah. Okay. Phil Thomas writes, yo, any interest in making little toddler jeans? My wife and I just had our first and already anticipating decking her out in some denim when she's older. We actually have some kid jeans on Tate and Yoko right now. If you go to like Naked, let's show you, because I can do that. Hold on. One sec. Let's do it. So if we go to Tate and Yoko, you can see if you go to Naked Famous Denim, jeans by fit. Where is it? There is a kid's jean here. Maybe it's
just a type in.
Is it Skinny Boy?
Yeah.
It's not really a.
It's good for.
It's a unisex jean. I don't know why we call it Skinny Boy, but
Skinny Guy.
Yeah.
Girl version, Skinny Guy.
So we have all kinds of sizes here, and what's neat about the waistband is that there's a little elastic here. So you can actually adjust the waistband in if you need. So you can buy them a little bit big, adjust the waistband, and then they can grow into them a little bit. So, I mean, they're not cheap, but at least you can get a little bit more wear out of them that way. And then...
the small sizes are rinse washed, because obviously it's a child obvious if you put baby in this raw denim.
Yeah. But, yeah, we have them. If you...
Yeah, we never really talk about it. A lot of people don't know about this, but...
most people don't know.
Yeah.
So, they do exist. We have like a handful of them. There are not very many of these in stock.
Yeah, because we made them so long ago.
Yeah, they've been around. So, if you want a pair, let me know. Send me a DM. I'll
Is there measurements on that?
I don't know. We should probably do. No, there are. Yeah.
Okay.
If you want a pair, send me a DM and I'll get you a coupon code for those. We'll get you a good deal on them. So yeah, and that goes to anybody who wants a pair. So if you want a pair, even if you want a little pair for your collection, you want to hang it up on the wall. I have to say that like miniature jeans are always cute.
Yes. But it's not like doll size. It's a human kid size.
Human child size. Not alien child. I don't know about alien children, but human children, definitely. Okay, awesome idea. Also a good hand-me-down for the next kiddo. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, you know what? I wanted to go over briefly, I guess it's the year end, so we should probably recap a few things.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about it too much, but if we check out like the Naked and Famous Denim website, we go to the news section. Like it'll be kind of cool to just go over this past year and talk about some of our favorite moments. So let's just. I'm just gonna bring this.
I feel like this
the year
started off really strong. Like I do remember when we released new Rainbow Core, and that was one of the first releases of the year.
Let's check it out. So here we are on the Naked and Famous Denim website, and I remember last year ending off, with the Matrix stuff. But I actually genuinely don't remember the King of Lords being a 2022 release. It feels like it was
it was in the collection for 2021, fall
right.
21.
But it might not have come out until 2022.
That's
so
probably the case.
And then Chinese New Year, that's the last version of this fabric.
Water Tiger.
So the Water Tiger.
Yeah,
new Rainbow Core.
Yeah. Just on the side note, the new Chinese New Year this year, Water Rabbit, will be a different fabric base.
Yeah, new fabric base. So if you watch the Spring Summer 2022 video, you'll know that. And of course, we talked about it last week. New Rainbow Core, very, very popular one for this year.
Yeah, and this was a very anticipated, comeback of the idea. And it's not exactly the same fabric from, the original Rainbow Core.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, remember that?
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
We're going to that.
Yeah. This is in Tokyo. This is
Park.
Yeah, this is a new kind of like shopping mall that opened up during the pandemic. So if you haven't been to Tokyo in a while, this is right in Shibuya, and very, 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 very nice mall. And the top level here actually has a skate park, but great place to take photos. And unlike the previous Rainbow Cores, we've got more colors on this fabric. So this is a very, very beautiful one, and it came in men's and lady styles. And Risa's looking great in her shot jacket here.
Yeah, that was a cool day.
That was a cool day. Fun little photo shoot we did, and then we did the caps. We shot the caps that day too. So that was a very memorable.
That was
release.
A very memorable release for sure.
This was a Stridewise video. He came by the Montreal office and looked at a bunch of our fun jeans that we did in the past. Nightmare on Elm Street. Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was this year.
That was this year also. It's like a lot of it is just coming back to me. Like I do feel like that was a little bit later. Bluebird, Golden Hour, I remember those coming out this year for sure. This is a very popular model.
Yeah.
There might be a few left on the website, but I don't even think so.
Again, the lightweight thing really well. Yeah.
What else do we got here?
Oh, strawberry milk.
Yeah, strawberry milk. This was a great jean.
Yeah.
This one was kind of semi-inspired by Iron Snail, Michael. He did a review on the milk denim. Actually, that's kind of where I feel like I met. I didn't even know Michael at that point. I think I just saw that video and I started following him. And then at one point he reached out to me. I'm like, dude, I watch your videos. Like, I know what you're gonna ask me. But I think he was drinking strawberry milk in the milk video. I'm like, okay, we need to follow it up with the strawberry version.
Like we wanted to do another pink weft because pink weft is such a great just a great looking combo with the indigo and pink.
Yeah,
and this was just perfect.
Garrett did a great job here with this photo shoot.
Yeah, 100%.
And
I hope they ate those.
I hope they didn't waste them.
Yeah.
So beautiful, beautiful job here with the photos. I remember here when we took the photos for this, we actually went to a strawberry farm to do the photo shoot.
Yeah, not to do, but we were
we were going there.
Planning the whole thing. But
when we went there, the problem was it was like face masks.
Yeah, and also the strawberries were not at the bottom. To make it easier for people to pick, they raised the thing so that strawberries were at chest height.
So it wasn't an ideal place to take the photos, but the strawberry milk denim, what a fantastic fabric and a really, really fun option. Very, very smooth feeling denim, that's for sure. Yeah, and what city was this in? This was
Koedo.
Koedo. It was a. This is like old Japan when you're walking around this area. It's really.
Koedo? Kawagoe. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
this area is called Koedo, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's like back in the days this was like, you know, on the way to get to Edo, like
Which was Tokyo.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is Tokyo. So it's just like a mini version of it's like Reno before Vegas.
Okay. Well, there you have it. Elephant XS, very, very big release for us as well. So this is the first time we did a stretch edition of the Elephant Denim. This is with the metallic
the Elephant
weft.
10,
Yeah.
Elephant X is
Yeah, Elephant XS with that stretch. So that was a fun one for us as well. Very memorable. Which is a least memorable jean? This is what I'm wearing right now, the raw cotton slub, very big. I don't know. A lot of, you know what? This is the jean that I feel like, because I didn't make the video for it, I think a lot of people don't even realize that they're out. But yeah, this is the Tate and Yoko exclusive Belle Provence denim. So it's the vulgar selvage with
words.
all French swear words.
Well, Canadian
all French Canadian swear words. Tabarnak, esti, coles, like, sorry, bad words. But yeah, anyways, it's very, very funny jean. If you ever come to Tate and Yoko Montreal, this is our exclusive jean for the Montreal edition. And you can see it's that classic short slub denim that we use in our vulgar selvage, but available with the French Canadian swear words. And the graphic is done by a French Canadian artist, Andy Belanger. So he did a nice rendition of it's an all French edition of the Naked and Famous Denim patch. Tout nu et célébré.
Yeah, we didn't even put on Naked and Famous there.
All French. So that's a fun one as well.
Remember when you wanted to do a video for this all in French?
Yeah, I wanted to do the entire video in French. My French is not that good.
Right.
If I scripted it and read it off a script, I probably would have done it well, but I'm not good at reading scripts. If you ever watch our old videos, at some point, like it's like the original videos I start putting out, they're like 2 minutes long, and I'm talking. But there's a little era where I'm like, maybe I need to start reading off a script. And
like it was back and forth, but at the time, like we did like a whole like thing that, you know, like a television like newscaster
a prompter.
Prompter.
And you can just see my eyes moving.
Of course, that like I think I see that with a lot of other people's videos too. But I think it was also like, you know, when you're reading, it just gets so like monotone. It's not exciting. You can't like, I don't know, you can't express the excitement behind it. So I think that was why we stopped doing that. Yeah,
so nowadays it's more obviously conversation based. But yeah,
that used to take so much longer too, because when you're reading something, you feel like you have to say it perfectly, and every time you like go it just
I felt like cut. Let's do it again. So it took me forever to make, you know, even a short video whenever there was a script. But Juan Escalante writes, "How's my Nihongo?" Not good. That's
his New Year's resolution. Can I
No,
say
don't say it.
Okay, well, you can guess where this was going.
Okay. Vance Edwards writes. How well did the salvage denim sell? It sold pretty well.
Initially sold pretty well, I think. I don't know. We still have some, I think.
There's some left on the website. But yeah, I mean, you know, my intention with Tate and Yoko is to carry enough stock to generally carry a style for a year. So I don't just buy for one season. I buy enough for a year. Sometimes that year's inventory sells out really fast. Sometimes it's more of a slow burn, but usually I like to carry enough stock for a year's worth of sales for anything that we do. Harley writes, do you guys plan on doing any 15-year special items for Naked and Famous? It's
Yes.
in the works. It's in the works
But
right now. So
it will come later in the year.
it'll
then.
be part of fall winter
Yeah.
23. So it's coming. Spring 23 is technically our 15-year anniversary, but the whole year is our anniversary, so it's going to be a fall item.
Yeah. It'll be great.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's just go back to the website here. Salvage. That was a fun one because that was kind of an unexpected announcement. Leather patch customization. I think this was big because, it just gives people more options. We have a new design as well, so I'm glad that we got to have this one made for us. Artist Ray Tattooed Boy from Texas, Austin, Texas, I believe it's Austin, designed this one for us. He does this great, kind of vintage style artwork, and I thought it matched perfectly with our what we wanted to do. You've got the leathercraft patch here if you want just something minimal. So another fun way to just customize your jeans. And the more you can customize your jeans, the better. And of course, if you want, the tragic blondes, you want them to show cordovan or, a buffalo patch, you can do that as well. So a lot of great options here. So I'm glad that we were able to launch this service, and hopefully we'll be able to do more customization stuff with you guys down the line.
Yeah.
We've got some great pocket flashers this year to remember. This one, I think a lot of people really liked.
Yeah.
This is our friend John Cutt, High Road Design. He's I think he's in Kitchener, Ontario. So a Canadian boy, and does this great vintage style artwork for us. It's always a joy to work with, and he makes such beautiful pocket flashers, like the offshoot there. Here, look at this Firebird. This was another great pocket flasher for this year. With that great fiery logo, very vintage looking, 80s style. When it comes to vintage, often I'm looking like 70s, 80s. I wasn't born in the 70s, but I guess I was close enough around it to have some of that impression in me with the reruns and stuff I watched during my childhood. The Elephant 11 Grandrel. Also, note, guys, just for you guys to know, this backdrop, this leather, and this wood table, you'll probably see it a lot in the product photography.
Have seen a lot. We got this leather thing.
Some people may not have noticed it, but you see, if you haven't noticed it yet, you'll notice it now because that is what I shoot on almost all the time.
I'm gonna get new leather.
See, that's the same leather, but with different backdrop stuff. So. And then another thing that I'm glad I was able to do this year, we got a macro lens, and so I've been taking a lot of really close-up detail shots of fabrics, and I really love showing this off because, seeing it from far is one thing. Like, this is pretty good, but seeing it really up close and seeing how the construction of the fabric is made and seeing those details, I think it's really nice. That you're able to pick up on that. So I hope you appreciate those kinds of photos. I really enjoy taking them. So they're not going to stop either way. If you don't like them, they're still coming. You got some beautiful boral fabric here. And one thing I really like about this, I remember taking this photo and I got a blurry background. I got that bokeh on a salvage ID. I think that's that to me, I was like, wow, that's a beautiful
that
shot.
It's just literally less than 1 centimeter.
Yeah, so to get that beautiful blurry background and this all nice and sharp, I thought I did a good job with that one. So I'm just patting myself on the back. I hope you guys like these nerdy little photos that we put up. But okay. Vance writes, I literally just had an idea for a jean. What about a tattooed jean, like random tattoos all over the denim, whereas you fade, the tattoos would show even cleaner?
I don't know how...
You do I don't know. I mean, I guess you could do a jacquard denim that was really dark, and they would be visible right away, and then they would be more visible as you wore it. Yeah. I mean, that's technically possible. I just think that some people might be a little bit off-put by patterned pants.
Well, I mean, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
We do use some jacquard fabric sometimes.
Yeah, but it's not like a, they're patterns rather than like, dragons or,
Right, yeah.
hearts shapes.
Yeah, it's kind of not so much our own, maybe.
Yeah. If you want, I would say embroider your jeans, customize them.
Yeah, people say that like embroidering is like tattooing for fabrics.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
True. Like
Absolutely.
once you're done, like you're not gonna take it off.
Yeah. Orlog writes, will you ever make a men's version of the classic fit that you have? Sometimes the Easy Guy has slimmer thighs and other denim used based on the size charts. Well, if you're looking for a regular straight leg jean, we have one coming called the True Guy. True Guy is coming soon, so watch out for that. It is going to be basically like the ladies' classic fit, which is more of a straight leg for the men's. Yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
On the writes W5 writes on that brute patch, like a cousin of Magnum PI. Yeah, the brute patch was meant as like a trope of like 80s action heroes. So there's a lot of those built into the brute patch. I hope, and clearly I think you got the reference. So yeah. Christopher Nguyen, that's a cool way to think about embroidery. Yeah. Customize your clothes any way you can. Even if it's crude, sometimes tattoos can be crude. And they have their own character in that sense. So, yeah. Okay, everybody.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut this one a little short. But we just wanted to thank you guys for tuning in to our live streams.
Last live stream
of the year. Yeah. And thanks for tuning into all of our live streams this past year. We look forward to doing even more live streams. Well, I don't know about even more, but at least the same amount of live streams with you. Next year, we'll keep the content coming. You guys, keep on watching and being a part of this awesome community that we have. And leave your comments. Let us know. Let us know what you want to know. Ask us any question. I don't care if it's denim related. I don't know if I'll have the answer for it, but if you want my hot take on something, throw it in the comment section. We'll see where it goes.
A lot of work for you.
It's gonna be a lot of work.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you have a good one. Have a safe one. And we will see you guys next year. Next year. We'll see you guys next year for the next live stream. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Thanks, guys.
we'll see you then. Okay. Bye, everybody.